In this video, we'll be sharing 6 things you should never do to your cat. Whether you're a first-time cat parent or a seasoned pro, this list will help ensure your furry friend stays healthy and happy for years to come. Now, let's dive right into the first one, starting with a common misconception that many cat owners still believe. Number 1. Never feed your cat milk. There's something charmingly old-fashioned about the image of a cat lapping milk from a bowl. It's in storybooks, cartoons, and probably even your grandparents' tales about barn cats. But here's the real scoop. It's a myth that needs retiring. The truth is, most cats are lactose intolerant. Their digestive systems simply aren't designed to handle dairy. And while they might act excited over a splash of milk or a lick of whipped cream, the aftermath can be anything but cute. Think bloating, gas, and messy litter box situations. Veterinarians I know often say they've lost count of how many times people have told them, "My cat has a serious stomach problem," only to later discover that the real culprit was something as seemingly harmless as a little milk or a spoonful of cream, offered out of love as a treat. Sure, dairy smells rich and fatty, everything a cat would be naturally drawn to, but their bodies don't process it the same way ours do. What starts as a cute moment can turn into a tummy ache they can't explain. So if you're looking to spoil your feline friend, opt for a vet-approved cat treat or a lactose-free alternative instead. That way, they still get something special, and you get peace of mind knowing you're not causing them any pain. When it comes to showing love, sometimes the kindest thing you can do is just say no to milk. If you found this helpful, give it a like and share it with your cat-loving friends, because every cat deserves the best care, and so do you. Number 2. Never declaw your cat. You might think, if I don't declaw my cat, I'll have to give them away. I can't stand the scratching. I need to protect my furniture, or maybe I have a baby and worry about scratches. Some might even feel it's necessary for health reasons. But let's set the record straight. None of these reasons justify the harm declawing causes your cat. Declawing is far more than just trimming their claws. It's actually the removal of part of their toes. Essentially, you're amputating their knuckles. Think about that for a moment. This procedure involves cutting through bone and tissue, leaving your cat defenseless. And don't be fooled by any deals you might hear, like a vet offering to spay and declaw for a low price. It's not worth it. There's a reason why over 27 countries have banned this practice and why many US cities are pushing to make it illegal. Declawing is cruel and unnecessary. Some might argue that declawing is better than giving the cat up to a shelter, but that's simply not true. It may seem like a quick fix, but the long-term consequences are much worse. Declawing doesn't solve the issue. It sets your cat up for lifelong behavior problems. For example, declawed cats often develop litter box issues. Without their claws, they can feel frustrated and uncomfortable. And because they've lost their primary defense mechanism, they may resort to biting, something much more dangerous than scratching. If you're worried about your cat scratching your toddler, declawing them could result in biting, which is far riskier. The consequences are just not worth it. However, there are alternatives. You can redirect your cat's scratching habits using behavioral techniques, which I've covered in some videos on my channel. I've seen them work wonders. One option is using nail caps, which are safe and help protect your furniture. Regular nail trimming can also keep those sharp tips in check. If your cat is scratching your favorite furniture, try using something like sticky paws, adhesive strips that provide a harmless deterrent every time your cat scratches. Pair that with a tall, sturdy scratching post, and your cat will have a designated area to scratch without damaging your home. The bottom line is this: there's always a way to address the problem without taking shortcuts or causing permanent harm. So please, do not declaw your cat. There's a better, safer way, one that respects both your cat and your home. Number 3. Don't punish your cat. No matter what form it takes, it only damages the relationship you've worked so hard to build. You might think that scolding your cat will teach them a lesson, that if you raise your voice or spray them with water, they'll magically stop scratching the couch or jumping on the counters. But the truth is, these tactics don't correct behavior. They just create fear. Let's talk about that infamous squirt bottle. Some people swear by it. Your cat does something wrong. You reach for the bottle and squirt. They bolt. Problem solved, right? Not quite. What your cat is actually learning isn't, "I shouldn't scratch the couch." What they're learning is, That human with the bottle is scary. They associate the negative experience with you, not the behavior. So instead of solving the problem, all you've done is teach them to fear you, or to misbehave when you're not around. And yelling is no better. Your voice is meant to comfort your cat, not to confuse or intimidate them. One moment you're calling them sweet names, the next, you're booming with frustration. That mixed message doesn't correct behavior, it just makes your cat anxious and unsure of how you'll react next. Same goes for physical punishment, no matter how light you think it is. A tap on the nose, a flick on the ear, a thrown pillow across the room. None of it teaches your cat anything constructive. What it does do is chip away at their sense of safety. You might not see the damage right away, but over time, your cat may stop seeking you out for cuddles, stop purring when you come near, or simply disappear whenever you enter the room. So, punishment may feel like a shortcut to obedience, but all it really gives you is distrust and the erosion of your relationship with your cat. Number 4, never force interactions. No matter how soft their fur feels, how cute that little pink nose looks, or how irresistible that tiny blep might be, hold back on the urge to shower your cat with affection if they haven't asked for it. Cats are incredibly protective of their personal space. If you constantly push for cuddles or pick them up when they're clearly not in the mood, you're not building trust, you're chipping away at it. Even well-meaning gestures like petting can backfire if it's not on their terms. Many cats have what's often called an affection threshold. Maybe they're okay with 3 gentle strokes, but after that, it's a no-go. Ignoring those subtle signals might result in a swat, a nip, or a disappearing act. Yes, you might love the snuggles, but if your cat doesn't, every forced interaction teaches them to pull away rather than come closer. That's why it's so important to let your cat be the one to initiate contact. When they choose to curl up in your lap or gently bump your hand for pets, that's real trust being offered, on their terms. To put it in perspective, think of that one overly enthusiastic guest who declares themselves a cat magnet the moment they walk into your home. You know the type. They make a straight line for your cat, arms open wide, voice high-pitched with excitement. "Come here, buddy." And just like that, your cat vanishes under the couch. Now think of the opposite, the quiet guest who avoids eye contact, sits still, and maybe tosses a treat without expecting anything in return. 10 minutes later, your cat is brushing up against their legs like they've been best friends for years. That's the power of patience. Cats don't respond to pressure. They open up when they feel safe and respected. Giving them space doesn't mean you're being cold, it means you're earning their affection the right way. If you're nodding along, appreciating the need for patience with your feline friend, make sure to like this video and spread the love. Your cat will thank you. Number 5. Don't skip annual vet visits. Cats may be independent creatures, but when it comes to their health, they still need our help, especially as the years go by. Unfortunately, many cat parents skip those yearly vet visits thinking, "My cat looks healthy, so why put them through the stress?" And it's true, taking a cat to the vet can feel like launching a full-scale mission. The battle with the carrier, the dramatic car ride, the guilt-inducing meows. We've all been there. But cats are masters of hiding discomfort. They won't limp when something hurts. They won't cry out when something's wrong, not unless it's really bad. So by the time you notice something's off, it could already be serious. That's why regular checkups are so important, even for young and seemingly healthy cats. A routine vet visit can catch subtle changes in weight, early signs of dental disease, kidney problems, or other hidden issues before they become serious. And once your cat reaches senior status, around age 7 or 8, those checkups become even more crucial. Of course, we know the vet trip isn't exactly a day at the spa for your cat, but the stress of one visit is nothing compared to the peace of mind that comes from knowing they're truly healthy. And regular vet visits aren't just about preventing illness, they're about giving your cat the best, healthiest life possible. So even if they give you the cold shoulder afterward, deep down, they know you're doing what's best for them. Number 6, never force your cat into uncomfortable situations for content. We all love seeing funny cat moments on social media, from cats dressed as tacos to quirky reactions. However, while these moments may make us laugh, it's essential to consider how your cat feels. Most cats don't enjoy wearing clothing because it can overwhelm their sensory system, restrict their natural movements, and make them feel trapped or anxious. Of course, there are a few rare exceptions. Those special cats who genuinely seem to enjoy wearing a little bow tie or festive accessory. If your cat walks up willingly, purrs while dressed, and shows no signs of discomfort or stress, you might just have one of those rare unicorns. But for the vast majority of cats, dressing them up is not a natural experience. This brings us to a bigger point. We're all familiar with platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Reels, and others that promise viral success. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement, right? But it's crucial to ask yourself, would your cat willingly choose to be in situations like wearing a sweater or being startled by something they dislike, like a cucumber? Creating content with your cat should never involve putting them in stressful or uncomfortable situations. Sure, capturing a cute, spontaneous moment can get you views, but compromising your cat's comfort for a few seconds of viral fame can damage the trust and bond you share. Instead, focus on capturing those authentic moments when your cat naturally falls into a quirky position or does something endearing. That's your opportunity to create genuine content. The best content comes from respecting your cat's boundaries and ensuring they feel safe, loved, and secure in their environment. If you found this video enlightening and inspiring, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a moment of uncovering the amazing things your cat is trying to tell you.